Hello everyone, this is David Fairly Secret Music. It's been a while since I did a video. Um, Figured I'd go back to the old original way of doing things. And so today I had probably like a 5 or 6 hour CD buying spree. The first place I went to was the Electric Fetus, which had nothing for me. They had a 20% off sale, and I just couldn't find anything that I really kind of really gave a shit about. But then I went to a few of the other stores that are uh, related to the store that I work to for, and of course, I can get discounts on that at that place. So, first thing I found, and again, I wasn't really looking for anything specific today, so it was kind of interesting that I found so much. So Klaatu, Sir Army Sweet and Endangered Species. I have the first CD set like this. This is a BGO remastered series. So now I have the first four Klaatu CDs. Um, and this was the only thing that I bought that was brand new. I think this was 15.99 plus my discount, which I'm not going to tell you what my discount is, but it's a nice discount on, especially on used things. Um, so now I have their first four. And then I found Eddie Money's first album, which I thought I had, but turns out I did not. And that's good because I really enjoy Two Tickets to Paradise, um, Baby Hold On, which I probably have on a best of, because I do have a best of Eddie Money. But this way I have his first three albums now. Arch Enemy, I am buying just the Angela stuff. The Alyssa stuff is musically it's good. I just don't really dig her voice. I really like Angela's voice. And she's super hot. But that usually does not factor into my music buying stuff. So this is an album where they took songs from their first three albums before Angela showed up and remix. No, they didn't even remix. They re-recorded and redid a bunch of the stuff. And it's weird because I'm just now getting the Angela stuff again. I used to have it, but apparently I never listened to hardly any of it because I don't remember her doing uh, quite as many like kind of almost screechy stuff along with like the guttural death metal vocals, but she does. Um, Dr. Birds and Mr. Hyde. Oh, this one is called The Root of All Evil. Dr. Bird and Mr. Hyde, which was a Birds album that I, for some reason, never got. I remember this one being kind of elusive when I was buying all the Birds stuff. Am I in the Birds mood to listen to this? Probably not. I probably should have got the Matthew Berry, uh, like 3 or 4 disc set that I saw, but I was also like, I'm not really in the mood for that, but I'll probably regret that. But oh well. First time ever seeing this one used, which is Extreme's sixth album. Considering it is called Six, I would assume it's the sixth. I have everything else by Extreme, so I figured I should pick this one up also. I remember my brother saying, hey, if you see it used, grab it for me, but sorry, John, I get first dibs on this one, and I can make you a burned copy if you really want it. So yeah, I the very first song on here when I watched the DV or the videos really was awesome. I don't know about the rest of it. At No Name Records, they had three Spiritual Beggars CDs, and I was like, "Hey Dan, I think I need these because I need a band that's going to basically sound like Bam, down, 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 and that's basically what they are. Just that whole retro stoner rock kind of whatever. But it's really pretty darn good. And I have another one on hold at my store. So what do we have here? We have Another Way to Shine, and then this one is Mantra 3. Those have the same singer. And then they got a new singer and a new bass player who ends up being Charlie D'Angelo from Arch Enemy, because everybody knows that Michael Amott is the guitarist of here. Or maybe you didn't. So 3 Spiritual Beggars with 1 waiting for me. I believe they have 8 CDs. I'm not sure. This came out in 2013. So 10 years later, could they have another one? I'm not sure. I was very hesitant of getting this, but reading about the band, I'm just trying to find a good way this actually looks good, where maybe that's better. The New Cars, I thought, no, this can't be good. But what this is the drummer and bassist from the Tubes, Todd Rundgren taking the place of Rick Ocasek, and Elliot and the keyboardist on guitar and keyboards. I cannot remember what that keyboardist's name is, but it's basically all live stuff except for 3 tracks that are studio, and the live stuff sounds pretty damn good to me. And I don't know if the Cars ever had a live album. I'm not sure. I don't know. This is a Scandinavian band called Heat. And I was reluctant to get this too, because I thought, well, it's going to kind of sound like all the rest of the, for lack of a better term, hair metal stuff that I get. But it really kind of stood out to me, vocally especially. And that's kind of where kind of the drawing line with those types of bands is, if the vocalist is really something good, then I'll give them a shot. So it was pretty darn good. And, you know, it was only $6 plus my awesome discount. Tesla Shock. It turns out that there's one, or the one before this, I also saw used, but I thought I already owned it. But I can always go back. This one goes for way more than the price tag on here, but that's neither here nor there, because this is going to go into my collection and never come out. All right, Joe Lynn Turner. I've been really kind of digging his voice. When he was on Yngwie Malmsteen's Odyssey, I really didn't like him all that much, and I kind of avoided the Rainbow and the Deep Purple stuff with him on there. And then I thought, you know what? Why am I doing that? Because certain things that he's been singing on, or had sung on, I found quite enjoyable. Got the Rainbow, bought the Deep Purple, and then I thought, there's a bunch of solo albums. So slowly but surely, I'm getting some of the solo stuff of him, and this was there for $4. So let me move all those. Last few here. I thought I owned this. Turns out I watched the show probably on YouTube, and this is basically a full show, and then it also on CD, and then it also has the DVD of the full show. So you gotta have Night Ranger. I wish that whoever sold about 5 Night Ranger things at that one store would have had the one where they're with the orchestra, because I don't necessarily want it, but I will pick it up if I find it used. We're gonna go through these first. I saw this one, Duran Duran's Danse Macabre, and it is reworkings of old songs and some covers, but kind of like a Halloween kind of presentation. And even though I was kind of reluctant to get it, I also found this one, which I'd never seen used. And I had actually never seen this because it apparently was out of print for like 20 years. They redid it with 3 additional bonus tracks. So somebody probably bought that, sold this. And then the thing that kind of set off buying these two, because I was going to pass on these, was finding this, which I also needed. So I thought, screw it, I'm going to just buy all 3 of them, fill out my Duran Duran collection. Turns out I don't have Notorious. What the hell? I thought I had Notorious. I'm going to have to go check over here, but I'm pretty sure I do not have it. And then last but not least, the band that I knew absolutely nothing about, but it turns out they are a supergroup with Scott Travis from Racer X and Judas Priest, and Jason Faulkner from, I think it's Jason Faulkner. Let me find out. Let me look. I just dropped the CD. That's always great. Is it Jason? Richie. Jason Faulkner is part of, I believe, Jellyfish. Richie Faulkner, Scott Travis, and on drums, Richie Faulkner on guitar, and Rex Brown on bass. And then it has a guy named Ronnie something. I look it up. Who has sung for Rainbow and MSG. So, turns out this is a super group that I did not know about, and I saw that they were on Nuclear Blast Records, and I thought, oh, this is going to be horrible, right? But I start listening to 30-second samples, and he starts singing, and I'm like, holy shit, that is a great voice. So, this is the Bob Ross happy mistake today in my purchasing. So, yeah, so I haven't done videos in a while, and I just don't know what to do videos for. So if anybody has any suggestions, I know somebody asked me to do one on all the Zool stuff, but I feel like that would be for one person pretty much, besides myself. I don't know. I don't know what other videos to do on. That's the nice thing, is I don't make money. I have never monetized this channel, so I just don't really, if I don't do them for a while, it doesn't matter to me. I do stuff kind of like whenever I want to do them. So, but I thought this was a big enough buy and stuff like that, and normally I don't want to do the hey, look what I just got kind of things. I like to have kind of like a theme or a purpose behind the videos. But so if anybody has any suggestions of stuff that they think I might have in my collection or whatnot, I mean, it's a pretty big collection. So all right, thanks for watching.